Hello, my name's Ray. I'm with Team S.T.E.A.M. Today I'm outside of Flash Industrial Painting here, out back where I do all the sandblasting. You can see by the sea of black sand everywhere. And I've got this Western Star, or this, yeah, it's a Western Star ranch truck, and we're getting ready to change the colors on it. And the first thing I'm going to do here today is sandblast the chassis so I can get it pulled inside so we can get going on it. But what's really going to end up having my attention, at least here in the beginning, is this fender. This is a one-piece fiberglass hood, very typical for semis. And apparently at one point in time they blew a tire and you know, completely wiped the fender off of there. None of the pieces are left. None of it just exploded it. And you see somebody screwed it back together because even the inside where this is connected to its inner workings is apparently all ripped loose. So I'll have to, once I get this pulled in, open it up and assess the situation. We'll get rid of those. We'll fasten this all together like it should be. And I'm going to actually build this section of fender out of about 1/4 inch thick, all brand new fiberglass. I'm gonna build it right onto the truck. I didn't bring you along for that sandblasting because the chassis are boring to watch, but you can see I selectively blasted it. I did blast it all, but I took the time to blast parts that were extra chipped or compromised for some reason. You can see this frame here has been extended, and so that was all just spray painted on. I went ahead and blasted all that sort of stuff off. And then today we're gonna go ahead and mask it up, and I'm gonna get started on that badly damaged fender. And I'm going to actually build a series of molds, and through a series of steps I'm going to rebuild the entire thing out of fiberglass. Now the boys got the truck masked up, and it's about time I get in here and do my thing. The first thing I'm going to do is get this all prepped. Now these have 24 grit on them, and I use 24 or 36. I never go any finer than that. I mean, you can see that is very coarse, but that's why I stick with 24 or 36. I really want to tear this stuff up when I get after it. All right, so here's the inside of this fender that we've been looking at. And as you can see, I've got it prepped down at least 3 inches from the broken spot at any given spot. You want at least 3 inches. And this is, I mean, when you get out here, clear out here, that's closer to 4, maybe 5 even, all the way around there. I mean, that's going to make for a healthy repair. And in here, it's not quite 3 inches unless you count this curvature, which I do. And the fact that there's going to be so much glass here, this is going to be a very stout connection. The owner went ahead and screwed some screws in from this side when it happened, because it split it and it was just probably flopping in the wind. And he put some screws in from that side, and it worked well. It's held it together. And I'm going to leave them in until this repair is made. I'm going to have to extend this out. That's all for later. These repairs come in steps. And the very first step is going to be to build a mold and install that mold on this so I can make my first fiberglass, so I can lay out my first batch of fiberglass. Got it all cut out. Now we're gonna, as always, line the inside of it with this clear packing tape. All right, now we got it covered, as you can see. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull that cardboard back off of there. So we'll try and pull this up. There we go. All of that stayed there. All of that stayed there. So what I've done is I've held this big piece of cardboard up to here, and then on the back side of it marked with a marker the radius of this. And that's what you see here. Now I'm going to cut that out and transpose it to the other side so I get my radius exactly right, so that fender ends up looking exactly like this fender. Okay, we've got them all cut out. Now I need to move this into the correct dimensions, tie the two together so I can go ahead and put my molds there in between. All right, you see I cut it in 3 different pieces. Well, you probably can't see that very easily, but there is 3 different pieces there. And they have the packing tape on the inside. They're taped up nice and solid on the outside. Now I'm going to go ahead and glass these up. Okay, now you can see it. This mold is, you can see it right through the fiberglass. I'm going to take this one off now that this is set up enough. And I'm going to remove this one as well. That way I can put glass on from the back side. All right, so I've sanded all this stuff down now. All sides, both sides of everything, just so it's nice and smooth so nobody even in the future catches their finger on a burr or something like that. And now we're ready to take the little air-powered Sawzall and finish cutting everything out, cut out the final shape. Looks pretty straight. Now, we'll go ahead and cut this one. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the finished fiberglass on the fender, and it looks exactly like it should, and the dimensions are the same. This would basically match a bone stock hood. That's what we took all the time for. Now I can begin the process of bodywork. And the entire back of this truck is like most trucks, almost every single truck. It's completely hailed out. I don't know if I can get any of it coming across the light there, but it's not hailed out, but I mean, it's worse than hailed out. Hail never touched the back of this truck. It's just all the rocks. Make it look like it was hailed out with rocks. So, here it is the next morning, and this is all cured out. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to sand what I need to sand to get the white on and finish out everything we need to just to get the white stripe on it today. That's really the priority. The first thing I'm going to do is finish prepping this out, get the rest of this stuff sanded all the way down into here. This is all cracks. I'm not sure if you can pick it up on the camera or not, but this is just solid cracks all the way down in the gel coat. So this is all going to get body work. It's all been glassed on the inside. So we're going to finish this out and get it in primer today. And there's what it looks like once those are filled in. Just one little layer of fiberglass. And that brings that up to about level. Then I'll sand this flat once this is all set up. I'll sand that flat, do some body work over it, sand that flat, do some glazing over it. And then this will be ready for white today. So we've got those 4 holes that held the mirror. And this is the same on the other side. And then those 3 holes that held that chrome. And then those 2 holes that held that chrome. All of those are fiberglass shut. And then over here, same scenario. All those same holes are fiberglass shut. That crack has been fiberglass shut, so is that one. All right, we've got all the body work done, all the glaze work done on this side, all the body work done and glaze work done on this side. This morning I'm here at Flash Industrial Painting because I'm going to put a stripe scheme of some sort, as of yet it's undetermined, on this truck that we've been working on. It's going to run all the way around it, from the grill, all the way around the wings, all the way around it. And it's going to be 2 separate stripes, almost all the way papered in down both sides. And then I've got the back in vinyl. And once all this is mashed in, then we'll go ahead and do the prep and put some paint on it. And now right here is where that stainless lower fender mounts on both sides. But when they blew this tire and tore the hood up, they hit this fender, and the stainless must have been replaced, because it looks like it's in great shape. But as you can see, this is broken completely loose. All the way around, all the welds. It's broken the pipe in a couple spots. So that's just going to sit there and do that and only get worse over time, which it's already started to do. It's already started to wallow out. So I'm going to go ahead and get the welder out and get this guy welded up, and then finish up what little prep I have so I can get some paint on. Morning, my name's Ray. I'm with Team S.T.E.A.M. This morning I'm here at Flash Industrial Painting with a truck that you probably didn't know that I even got painted. Well, that's because my battery in this camera has had some weird sort of problem. It shows normal, and when I go to record, it records normal, and then sometime into the recording it just dies, and unexpectedly. And so that's what happened yesterday with the that's what happened with both shoots. In fact, it happened to me twice, well, 3 times on this, and 2 of them happened to be paint shoots. So, but anyway, we got the paint on it yesterday, and today we're going to go ahead and unmask it.